correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
Welcome back to the How We Roll Gaming podcast, everybody. We are glad to have you back again. I was about to ask, like I normally do, how you two fine gentlemen are doing this evening, but it's been right at 24 hours since we were all last in a room together, and Robert nearly killed us all.
Well,
In Cyberpunk.
I honestly wasn't trying to. It's just the
You
roles be
never
what they
tried
are.
to.
Yes, it's not an issue of you trying to. It's
Hey,
more the
it
case
just
that it
happens.
happens.
No, what's really surprising is that Nick didn't die, since I was
Yeah, Nick-
almost killed everybody.
Yes.
That too.
They just finally learned in Cyberpunk how squishy you can be at sometimes when you face a mini boss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically you're squishier in Walking Dead when you face anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole thing. You nearly killed us.
But I'm glad everyone had fun and nobody
We had
died.
it was a great time.
And nobody died
It
except the
was.
one NPC you all liked.
Yes.
Yes. Justice. We will have justice.
Which is also really funny because he was a cop.
Yes, and we don't
one
like
good cop.
No,
yes, sure there are.
Our good cop.
I statted them out, and they're my creations. They're good cops.
Well, we adopted that one.
We adopted that one. We were ready to corrupt him, and we were starting to.
And yet one of you killed him. So
I didn't kill him.
Wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Nick didn't kill him.
It wasn't me.
But last time out on our gift ideas, we recorded right before holiday sales and Black Friday sales were starting, and I must say that I accomplished probably about 2/3 of my friendly local game store Black Friday sale mission. So
good.
I was pleased with that.
Yep, and I got 6 books for the price of 4. So
right on. And what I walked in most wanting to get, the Mothership Deluxe set, I got.
Nice.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I noticed that the same store had the 2 Legend of the Five Rings books that Robert was lacking, and let him know.
Mm-hmm.
And they were still there when you got there.
Mm-hmm.
So
even got a screen for myself.
Yes, GM screens are coming back around that have been out of print for ages. You got that one, and just today I got the Delta Green handler screen.
For all of you who play Delta Green, you know those things are hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say that I really, really like the subtitle line on the packaging for the Delta Green GM screen. A wall of desperation between sanity and truth.
Yep.
I saw that. It made me laugh. But you know that it's a good game store. This is not the game store that we normally go to, the big one that we were just talking about. This is a smaller one nearby. And I'm in there half a dozen, maybe 8 times a year. I always make a point of buying something, but you know that it's good staff at the store. The only person working there is the owner. And I walked in today. He knows that I play Delta Green. It has been free RPG day since I was in there last. So it was June.
Oh.
Because life. And I walked in and he's like, "Oh, hey, you need a GM screen." It's like, I have no idea what game. I don't know what you're
And then
talking about. And he
that you
runs
have no idea how little that narrows down the question.
right. And he goes running over to the Delta Green session and yanks it off the shelf and hands it to me. He goes, "Here you go." Like, well, thank you, Jesse.
And you know how
So,
significant that is because it didn't even register in his mind. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I need a screen for that because there's never been a
because
screen for that except
there
at the
hasn't been
beginning.
one for
yeah.
like
Well,
a while.
there was one when it launched
Yes,
because when it launched, the Quick Start book, Need to Know, came with the GM screen. And now it's just the book. And the GM screen has been out of print since that initial printing. But you know who has that original GM screen and got it with Need to Know?
I think I
Our
know.
friend, our friend Steve from the Me and Steve Talk RPGs podcast.
Yes, as
And
Steve and the other Steve, who we hold very dear to our hearts, they've been
Indeed,
very.
good
They're always.
friends.
He's always fun, and he loves when we just turn all his games into chaos at the con. They just go in and talk whatever tickles their fancy about RPGs. So they also have started doing recordings of
They're actual
in-game
plays.
real play.
yep, they've done a couple of actual plays before. They recently launched a new actual play in the Exalted system, which I have never played, but they are having fun with it. And they've been alternating episodes between their Exalted actual play and their regular episodes. As we record this, their most recent episode, they were short of Steve, but Steve was talking to another friend of ours from the con, Brett from Studio 404 Games, who has Brett has also worked on the new edition of Earth Dawn for FASA and the new official version after he had done a Genesis port. He's a huge fan of Earth Dawn. And so they had a great talk and it was great. I was listening to it while I was putting up our Christmas lights.
That's great to hear. And yeah, and also at the end, they always advertise a well-known or not a well-known RPG. So if you're ever curious about what you may be looking for, you can always check in on there as well.
They
Yep,
got plenty of
they're
episodes to listen to, and
There are like
they're
265, I think.
something like that. And yeah, their game of the week segment is always good. I will give Steve a shout out. His game and game of the week on the episode with Brett, I am intrigued by. It is called Isles of Terror, but it's AISLES, and you are trapped in a sentient store, and horror and hijinks ensue. And you're trying to find
really
the exit.
reminds me
The
of
exits keep
the
moving.
infamous IKEA.
Yes, or like if you've ever worked retail or played the game Supermarket Simulator, you know the horror that is the
Yes,
store.
the
Of retail.
horror. But be sure to listen to me and Steve talk RPGs wherever you get your podcasts. Now, what say we get down to our topic this time around? No, nobody
Hey,
wants
we're
to
gonna.
get to our topic but me.
Well, we didn't think you were segueing to one of us. You can have the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I was just I figured there'd be reaction, but nobody wants to play. No, I'm just kidding.
To be
Uh,
fair, I was thinking with the title you were going to put in a clip or something.
no, most of the clips that I think to put in, I come up with during post.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As our conversation goes, I think like, oh, this is a good spot for this bit. But as we're recording this and as this episode drops, we are in full swing of the holiday season.
Indeed.
And not only can it be sometimes difficult to schedule games during the holidays because everybody has a lot extra going on
Exactly.
during
Exactly.
the holidays. But it can be fun to also throw in a little holiday flavor to your game sessions that you are playing during the holiday season. Or, as
Be it
Nick can
your
attest,
ongoings or your or a one shot.
right? And I was about to say, as Nick can attest, sometimes you can have just a regular, even pre written adventure in your ongoing campaign that a certain uh, problem player that causes you to drink turns into a holiday
Hey,
session.
sometimes the holiday special chooses you.
That's right. So, we're
Yes.
going to talk about some different ways that you can weave the holidays in and out of your sessions. Uh, Now, if you don't mind me diving in first, uh, one of
Not at
my
all.
one of my old Star Wars campaigns that ran for several years, not too long ago, I made a point of every year around the holidays I would do a holiday themed adventure for them. The way I described it to them every year is this adventure may or may not be canon to the campaign. It may or may not have happened to the characters. How much did or didn't is up to all of you to decide. This is just an excuse for us to have some silly holiday themed fun. And at the end of it, I'm going to give you higher XP, usually in the neighborhood of like double XP from what you would normally get for a session of this type as my gift to you for the holidays. And I did that every year. One of them I am adapting for our group to play next weekend, for our current group to
Hmm.
play next weekend.
And we're
And
very happy about your specific idea for it.
yes, what I've done, what I'm doing next time around, since it is Star Wars. Now, when I ran it before, it was specifically for the characters and players in that campaign that I was running at that time. What I'm telling all of you for when I run it next week is pick your favorite character that you have played in any of our Star Wars campaigns to date. It doesn't matter what era they're from. It doesn't matter if it makes sense for these characters to be together or not. We're just gonna have some fun. And the one hint that I've given to all of you that I gave at Robert's Cyberpunk game yesterday is that Son Dan, Art Carney's character from the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special, will be your quest giver.
And I am excited for that.
Well, now I'm just thinking I'm going to bring back my Ewok character, but in lieu of the Star Wars Christmas special, I'm going to have him talk kind of like the Wookiees, where there's no subtitles, so you have no idea what they're saying.
Hmm.
Bring it! I love
In
it.
fact, I'm going to do that, and Daryl, you get to choose what I'm saying.
And
It's that's part of the fun of this. That's one of the fun ways of doing the special.
yes, and I did that every year for them. I did it 3-4 years running for them. Um, I had this first one, Do They Know It's Life Day? Then the next year I did I'll Be Home for Life Day. The year after that I did How the Duloc Stole Life Day. I think I did it 3 years running. I was working on a Polar Express adaptation when that campaign just kind of petered out due to scheduling. So, yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Do they know it's Life Day? And Do They Know It's Life Day is up on my Star Wars RPG site. I've been meaning to get the others written up to be used more generally, like I did with that, to put up on there. And every year I run out of time. Maybe I'll get it on there next year.
Okay. Okay.
But that's one way that I've done it. It's quasi canon to the campaign. It's what the Lego Star Wars specials call canon adjacent.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just an excuse to get together, be silly, and get some bonus XP.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong
Now,
with that.
what other ideas might we have for holiday themed adventures
Well,
for our listeners or viewers?
my big idea is, since we're bringing up Cyberpunk, I've been kind of thinking about this. Wouldn't work in, well, since we said it's not part canon, but what I could do is in Cyberpunk, there's big on BDs. Brain dance is like basically their version of virtual reality, only you can feel all of it. So I was thinking, why not have all of your characters go into a brain dance and just do a themed Christmas adventure? Kind of
I can
like,
see
I
that.
know in Cyberpunk they have Elfheim Online. I'm not totally prepared to try and put that in there because it has its own system and the Cyberpunk system, and it's like system within a system paradox. But anyway, and like, why not do that? You're all just in a brain dance at a club, because I always do those personal adventures when I had to combine personal adventure after
Mm-hmm.
your brush with death last time. And you just, I don't know, you can save Christmas, or you can defeat Krampus, or you have to be the ones to deliver the toys. Who knows?
that second kind of thing is what I'll Be Home for Life Day was about. Nick and I discussed this particular special on our sister podcast, Casual Nerdity, most recently, but you're both familiar with the Rankin Bass Santa Claus is Coming to Town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Burgermeister, Meisterburger, who's in charge of the town and outlaws toys and all of that. The PCs were sent to Kashyyyk, where Moff Meisterburger has outlawed Life Day.
How dare he?
And part of the session, the PCs made toys for the Wookiee children. And they loved it. The players got into it. I came up with different checks for them to make to craft the toys, and they were like, oh, I want to improve this toy by doing this. And then they had to sneak into the village and deliver the toys and get past the Empire to deliver the toys.
That's cool.
It
That's
was
cool.
it was a ton of fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's a big thing. You don't have to make it this big old like actual do or die thing. It can just be a simple thing like that. Sneak toys in. Or I think you told me this story, Nick, that you ran a Christmas themed episode in Star Wars where
Oh,
basically the
I'm gonna
characters
gonna
decided
get to
on
that.
their own. Oh, if that's
Yeah,
right, then I won't spoil
that
it. So you can
that
go
is
ahead.
what I'm gonna get to. But we sort of alluded to that earlier.
Yeah. Go, Nick, go.
Yeah, so go ahead.
But yes, I was running one of my earliest Star Wars RPG games, and it was around the Christmas season time. We were having this adventure, and I'll admit it was using a pre-made adventure module because I didn't have enough time to think of anything really interesting.
It was
And the whole
Chronicles of the Gatekeeper.
yes, and the concept is they needed to get the next part of the holocron that they're trying to reconstruct from his abandoned apprentice who's sort of slowly being corrupted by the empire to build a base on this world that had and enslave its indigenous people who are all birds,
So Rishi.
basically, kind of. And Daryl had recently unlocked several new abilities on his force power of misdirect.
Which, for those unfamiliar with the Star Wars RPG system, misdirect is basically an illusion casting power.
Yeah, basically you can make, like it says, illusions or after images, something like that.
So what I
Besides,
do,
all of
Nick,
them had learned a lot of power, had additional powers. It all sort of played into this because they also wanted to play around with the new powers.
what I do
You realize that the best way to accomplish your task is to take him through a version of what it basically is a Christmas Carol.
I still remember the moment we were sitting in the game room at your house, and I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute. Can my power do this? Oh, yes. Can
And
my
you went
power
off for
do
like a couple
this?
of things like, can it project landscapes? Can it project memories if someone can detect the thoughts? Which one of them did have the sense thoughts ability. Can it
And
project a person?
and once that came, I was like, you know what, Nick? It's the holiday season. We're gonna Christmas Carol this.
And
And
how
I
did
think
Nick react?
and I think everyone sort of went silent for a moment, and then like it was clicked at everyone's moment. It's like, wait, no, this is good. This is good. This is a good idea.
And that's when Nick was like, you know what? Screw it. We balling. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Basically, I was like, no, that's again, as I said, I hadn't had time to prepare this one properly. So as if by a true Christmas miracle, Daryl's mind for finding ways of having fun with things managed to turn what was going to be kind of lackluster because I just didn't have anything prepared really interesting. And the adventure itself was a bit more talky, which would be felt odd because again they had all these powers now.
Yeah, still was talky.
But they
but it was also talky in the sense that Nick is like, okay, you only need to make one roll on the misdirect power and apply the force properly, but you have to narrate out how this all works. It's
basically
like
we had
challenge
basically
accepted.
I've
it's like
already written
okay,
3 pages.
and we go through it. We the old master that from the holocron is the is
Was
the ghost of his
Marley.
old part is Marley. Each of them sort of embodies the spirit of sort of the force and sort of shows him potentials of the past and the
And
future.
well, and they were spirits of life day past, present, and yet to be. I made sure to throw life day in there.
Oh, and I was like appreciated, and like through that they accomplished the goal. They sort of helped this individual realize the error of their ways and how they want to make sure that the empire does not touch this world. Well,
And rather than us having to,
it rewards them with the crystal, of course, that they're looking for.
yeah, rather than us having to break in and steal the crystal, he just, here you go.
A true redemptive story, and a good sign that not all your holiday themed adventures have to be revolved around Christmas itself or Santa Claus. You can do some other mediums like a Christmas Carol, or
Just as
if you're
uh,
playing with a bad team, you could maybe even do the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yep, like I said,
uh,
I did How the Dulocs Stole Life Day. Because the Dulocs from the Ewoks cartoon look like the frickin' Grinch.
they do, but like again, like the term holiday movie, as we sort of alluded to on our sister podcast, is a loose definition. It can fit a lot of things in there. Like the original Gremlins Christmas movie takes place on Christmas, revolves
Oh,
around a Christmas present.
you know what could make a great one shot for the holidays? adapting the themes into a session. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Again, another great choice.
You have your characters that have to get back to wherever, get
Love
back
that show.
home
Yeah.
for insert systems holiday here.
Yeah, that could be a good Havoc Brigade type of
That
adventure.
would be a good Havoc brigade.
And Daryl's already writing it down.
I am.
If I was doing Cyberpunk and I needed a holiday special, I know exactly what I would do. Either you would be going up against. Actually, it'd be more fun if you're going up. You'd basically you're the wet bandits trying to going against a kid on home going home alone on you.
You have a death. You really do have a death wish, Nick. Or
Yeah,
of course, Cyberpunk does have Gunsmith, and that could become a thing.
Well, and there's all kinds of different ways that you can go about it, drawing inspiration from all sorts of holiday related media. I mentioned this yesterday while we were waiting for the game to start, and once we finish our general talk here, we could maybe even brainstorm a little bit on how to apply this. But I was listening to my Christmas playlist on the way over to the game, heard one particular holiday song. I'm not going to say Christmas song because it wasn't specifically a Christmas song. And I thought, especially for D&D, what about 8 Crazy Nights, but Nights with a K? And as we talked a little bit more, you could generalize that so that not only does it fit any fantasy sword and sorcery setting, but it could really be applied to a lot of different settings and genres.
There's a lot of settings that have knights or can have knight-based factions or groups or characters that can identify with knighthood.
Exactly. And then this just struck me right now, but we've talked about the easy to do game of Everybody is John. Well, how about Everybody is Saint Nick?
Oh, that would be fun too.
And just see what happens when we take control of Santa Claus.
Because Santa Claus has a job to do, but sometimes Santa Claus lets someone else take the control of the reindeer.
Or I thought of this when we first came up with this topic and almost forgot about it until just now. Before I hit you with what the system is, let me tell you where the inspiration came from. Possibly the best episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is The Body, where Buffy's mother dies of natural causes.
It really is.
And the inspiration isn't that, though. In the episode, because they didn't want credits, the opening episode credits, guest star, written by, producer, all of that, going over the immediate aftermath of Buffy discovering her mother dead in the living room. They flashed back to Christmas dinner, and the whole gang is sitting around the dinner table. And they mentioned Santa Claus, and Buffy's younger sister, Dawn, mentions that, Anya, who is now human but used to be a 1,000-year-old vengeance demon, mentions, in reference to Santa Claus being a myth. And Buffy's younger sister, Dawn, says, "It's okay. I know that Santa Claus isn't real." It's like, oh, no, he's real. It's just the bringing gifts to children and all of that. That's the part that's a myth. He's much, and basically what she describes is more like the darker sides of the Krampus myth.
Mhm.
So, a Delta Green with Santa Claus as a cosmic horror.
You were thinking the same thing I was.
That
I think
could
we've
be
all
so
had
much
this
fun.
thought. I think we've all had this thought at once at some point.
Yeah. I mean, we've done it before. You did Slenderman, Nick, so we can always do Dark Santa Claus or Krampus or whatever we want to call him.
Yeah.
Or, it is Santa Claus, just over the years.
The
He's
whole
gone insane.
It got mixed up. The idea is like the myth got mixed up.
The myth got mixed up because knowing the truth gives it power. And
Oh, that
so the
explains
myth.
why. That explains why, like, it could be like that. The government actually is behind like the commercialization of Santa Claus. They're
Yeah.
working with Coca-Cola on it.
They're working with Coca-Cola and Lucy Liu and her team from Red One. Oh man, even though J.K. Simmons was a good, benevolent, jolly Santa Claus in Red One, I can see J.K. Simmons as the human form of a Delta Green cosmic horror Santa Claus.
Honestly, I
I
could just see
mean,
J.K. Simmons being someone in Delta Green, playing
oh
someone in
yeah,
Delta Green, either his
oh yeah.
handler or something else. Like,
I
definitely
think
could.
I think they'd be a rogue.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Oh man, now I want to do this. Now I wish it wasn't so late into the holiday season. Next year, to
We have
to
so
quote
many
Ter-
ideas.
to quote Terrence Howard in the first Iron Man movie, "Next time, baby."
Mhm. Wait, maybe not that one, because that didn't work out for there.
This is true.
And I just thought about this in our D&D campaign. We have it's a thing now. We have the hopeless situation lawyers. So what if we have a holiday themed episode or session to where we as the lawyers have to deal with a grandma got run over by a reindeer trial.
Situation.
And as we were talking yesterday, that occurred to me that if I were still doing my annual Star Wars holiday themed ones, Grandma got run over by a tauntaun would have had to have been one of them.
Yeah. As you can see, you can find and mine inspiration from the holiday spirit because it's, for better or worse, it is impossible to avoid. And that's almost a good thing because all the ideas are just right there for you to sort of dance around your head like sugar plums.
If you know, just a straight ripoff of the concept of Weird Al's song "The Night Santa Went Crazy" could be an interesting holiday themed one shot.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Where you have the big gun toting Santa as the big bad of the session, and you give everybody pre-gens, maybe an elf, an FBI agent, and a few others
Yeah.
that have to try to stop Santa. Now, one of the PC pre-gens would not be Mrs. Claus because, as the lyrics tell us, Mrs. Claus is on the phone every night with a lawyer negotiating the movie
Movie
rights.
rights.
Yeah, sir. What else is there? Ooh, fun one if we wanted a moving cinematic, like a moving landscape, the Polar Express.
Obviously.
Yep.
Except
There's
all the all the PCs we would do would be employees on that Polar Express making sure it gets to the North Pole.
So
Who
we're
doesn't
all
like it?
Tom Hanks.
Yes. Only I get to be the one that can punch the ticket really fast.
Yes. Also, everyone loves a train scene. Train scenes are fun.
Yes, they are. As long as we get the caribou.
Does anybody get to be the Tom Hanks vagrant ghost? Or is that an NPC adversary?
Hmm.
It could go either way.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I could give that to Stephanie.
Yeah, she'd pick that one. And if you want to go something that's still holiday, it's still a Christmas movie. Die Hard.
Yep, and I put that in Walking Dead or Cyberpunk or Blade Runner or
Well,
whatever.
Yeah.
the owner of the same game store where I got the Delta Green GM screen today, a year or two ago, he was telling me about a Christmas one shot that he ran once. I forget what system it was in. That it was Die Hard. It was Nakatomi Plaza. It was that Christmas party, but the PCs were the part of the reason why the Christmas party was there is Nakatomi had just signed a deal with another company, and the PCs are representatives of that other company who are invited to the Christmas party because of the deal and because they're in town during the party, and they're the ones who get split off from the Christmas party and have to stop Hans and the rest.
Mm, okay, okay, okay.
And so I was like, oh, I might have to steal that idea sometime. I mean, I make no bones of the fact that I stole the idea for the premise of my Walking Dead campaign from him, but
Hey, it's
but I always
flattery.
tell him when I was like, oh, I need to steal this.
Hey, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
It
Yep.
is, and that's just like the tip of the Christmas tree with what you can do with a holiday themed adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, you can even, like we were saying, it doesn't have to be specifically centered around a specific holiday, too. You can just have it the general winter holiday season because uh, when Doctor Who was going into a new season for one of their Christmas specials, some of the monsters in that episode were snowmen, literally killer snowmen. So you could do
And
that kind of thing with it.
trekking, you could have them trekking through a village that's going through a blizzard. Have them on an planet. Things that sort of evoke the vibes, warm fires, cozy but chilly times.
Yep, you're if you're playing a superhero game that's in the DC universe, you have Mr. Freeze or possibly more appropriate even Calendar Man, who based all of his crimes on holidays. Um, if you're I can't think of an equivalent to like a Calendar Man at Marvel if you're playing Marvel Multiverse, but you've got snow and ice themed villains at Marvel too that you can use. Iron Man 3 is a holiday session.
It is.
Go ahead, Nick, say it.
It's the best Iron Man movie and the best holiday special.
You always tell us it's the best Christmas movie ever made.
It's the best Christmas movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
No shame. We won't shame you for it.
I,
But
I, I
yeah,
I'll admit that it's on my list of every time I watch the Christmas movies. It's like gotta watch Iron Man 3.
so that kind of takes us to something that we're going to talk about probably next year on Casual Nerdity. Which so what makes not a Christmas movie, but what makes a holiday session a holiday session?
Hmm.
Is it borrowing themes from various holidays at the end of the year? Is it basically a wintry setting that evokes the holidays? Does the holiday have to be a major part of the story, or can the be being set during the holiday count? Like the argument that always comes up for Die Hard. There are people who say it's not a Christmas movie because it just happens to be set at Christmas.
But like,
The other side of
if you turn on Die
the other
Hard, my argument is like the Christmas scenery is everywhere.
the Christmas scenery is everywhere, and Christmas is essential to the plot because without the holiday, McClane wouldn't be in LA.
It is part of the plot.
And
It may not
if
be
it weren't for
the
the
meaning of
Christmas party,
they
if it
wouldn't have.
weren't for the Christmas party, the staff of Nakatomi Plaza wouldn't be there.
So even though it's not
So,
about Christmas, without Christmas and the Christmas party, the movie wouldn't happen.
right. Whereas we can argue, and I won't because I know how you feel about it. We can argue that Iron Man 3 is just set at Christmas.
Again, that's an
But I
argument.
won't,
I'd say in terms
because I
of
know how you feel about it.
yes, but I would say this: the opinion that I'd have is that it could be a lot more larger tent than say the discuss it on whatever movie is, because what the holiday means to your holiday day special kind of depends on you and the group. We
True, it
literally took a
does.
session that had little to nothing to do with the holidays and made it into one because of the time of the year we were playing.
Yep. That, and I'm just kind of difficult with you sometimes about that kind of stuff.
Well, that was also really fun.
Yeah, and it's a good sign as a player and GM that you can adapt to the scenario. But yeah, I like to say timing does work for me when it comes to those type of things, especially when in our group we discussed it beforehand. We're like, okay, it's Christmas, time to think up some holiday themed adventures. But yeah, it could be time theme, or we're all in North America, so we always equate Christmas with winter. And it's other some places I know winter is basically your guys' summer, so it can always be different.
Well, I mean, given where we're at in North Texas, winter feels like summer or spring most of the time.
Hey, I will take 50 to maybe 70 weather over the 97 to 100 we get in the summer.
Oh yeah,
I
no
enjoy
doubt.
it being cold without the ice and snow. Well, mostly the ice. I could do without ice.
But that's usually what we get rather than snow.
Yep.
Yes, Texas is a very fun place.
But yes, I'd say
define,
that
define fun. Oh God, we're all gonna die.
No more
if
like,
you're
oh come on,
while
oh
you're
come on,
driving.
why is my internet broken? Or a few years ago, oh come on, why did all the generators pop?
But yes, I
Yeah,
say
Yeah.
what else
that's
is
that's a general conceit. It's a sort of time, vibes, and players. But anything that sort of where it fits in, it's a larger tent.
yes, and then sometimes you actually find that the game systems themselves also take Christmas into account or the holidays. Because I know in Cyberpunk, when Christmas came around, they put out some extra content called the 12 Days of Gunsmith. It was just like, okay, it's Christmas time. Get a bigger gun. Here's some cool guns we made.
It's like, and
I'm
that's
looking to
though not an
see.
official part of the art of canon. It does fit in with the world of cyberpunk, so that could be a literal event.
It could be. I could make basically a Santa Claus who's basically a corporate mascot be like, here's guns, take more guns, more guns. Ho, ho, ho.
I'm looking at my collection of RPGs to see if there's anything that has specifically gone Christmas, and I don't see anything. Oh my God. You know what would be fun to play a Christmas or holiday session of? Paranoia.
Oh.
Santa Claus comes to Alpha Complex. And
it's, it's like, I'm just
oh,
trying to deliver presents. Lies, you lie.
you lied. Take him out.
Take him out. Oh, and
Oh, that would be.
it could start like Santa's in a shop just drinking beer. It's like, but I deliver everywhere except one place. Let me tell you the story.
Let me tell you about the one time that I went to Alpha Complex.
It was
And
a
never
bad
went
idea.
back. They're all on the crazy list. Not the naughty list, they're just on the crazy list.
Oh man, if I were if I ran that and I were particularly ambitious, I would try to come up with a song for the computer that runs Alpha Complex to the tune of the Heat Miser and Snow Miser song.
Oh, that would be so fun.
I'm Mr. Computer.
Oh.
I am your friend.
But then who's his brother?
Well, his brother is also the computer because hail the computer.
True.
Hail computer. The
Big
computer is
brother
your friend.
computer.
Yep.
No, it's the same computer. It just does a different song to to try to appeal to you. I am making notes as we talk.
But yeah, there's so many. There's literally wherever you look, you can find inspiration and where to take the vibes of for the to take into account the holiday times.
And like I mentioned near the top, my goal, my reasoning for doing a holiday session in the first place was simply to give my players a bunch of bonus XP. So, because I was like, okay, I want to give the players a gift of some kind because they've spent a bunch of time with me over this past year and indulged me running the game and have worked with scheduling and I've worked with their scheduling. I want to give them something, but I don't have, I can't afford to give everyone in the group a nice actual gift. Well, let's give them like double, triple XP so that they can advance their characters and do it in a fun way that it doesn't feel like I'm just throwing XP at them, but we have some fun doing it, and it's low stakes.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, and that's always the important thing. It's like, it's just, you're doing a side holiday themed adventure, make it low stakes.
yeah,
Because you don't want to kill someone in a holiday adventure. It's like, oh, my character's dead. You got to make a new one for the campaign. Sorry.
oh, I better get back to the drawing board for Walking Dead then. Uh,
Hey, no. Walking Dead is fine because you're just gonna kill Nick
you can
again, so he'll get a new character.
I'll even allow that. You can kill me in a Christmas in a
You know,
holiday
that's what I
special.
need to. That's what we need to start doing. We're gonna make a tally in Walking Dead for every time Nick dies, because we're
I
already
mean,
at 2.
I must have
we're
a
already
really
at
good
2.
in this alternate AMC version of The Walking Dead. I have a really strong contract.
It's like, okay, you died again. Okay, we gotta make another one. Dang it.
All right, am I going to regrow the beard or not this time?
Yeah, you're the one that on Talking Walking Dead, you just keep reappearing. It's like, returning to us again is Nick. It's like, so why do you keep dying?
'Cause I'm horrible at this. I would die in a real zombie
It's
apocalypse.
like, because I'm horrible at this. And the director is used went to school with me, and he did not like me.
But mostly, I'm pretty bad at this.
Yes, but hey, we found it. We found that cyberpunk you're good at. You roll well, and you and you rolled the one card that stopped you from dying.
I will admit, that was like, yeah, it's both a mix of dumb luck and good luck at the same time.
Yes, we called it failing successfully.
I just had another thought.
Especially since I was getting some pretty darn good rolls most of that session.
If you're playing a Marvel multiverse campaign, or you're playing a DC Heroes campaign, that system's been out of print for a long time, and I'm surprised that there is no new current DC RPG. But I digress. In both the Marvel and DC universes, Santa Claus canonically exists.
This is true.
And like during the off season once he hired She-Hulk to help him with a problem. And it was around March,
I
and
think it was a legal problem.
probably, I mean, she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then in DC, haven't I want to say one of the more recent DC Christmas specials established that Santa Claus was one of Batman's trainers?
What? How I have so many questions.
Specifically,
have
which
to-
one? Because
Don't
I know
don't
that
quote me on that. I know that it involved something with Batman and Santa Claus. Now I gotta look.
You
Hang
know,
on.
now that they introduced the Absolute Batman series, I'm just curious how Santa Claus is in that universe.
Well, considering
Well,
that the
I'd
Absolute
imagine that
Universe is born of Darkseid.
and he and Santa have beef, canonical beef.
Yes.
I'm just
Yes,
imagining him with a cigar, like.
Well, one of the DC Christmas specials has Santa Claus going through a gauntlet of weapons and traps on Apocalypse to
Every
deliver
year.
his every year to leave coal in Darkseid's stocking.
You continue to vex me, old man.
That was pretty much it. Yes.
Yeah, and he just
was
jolly,
the
and it's
story.
jolly, it's jolly old Saint Nicholas, like going through a gauntlet of traps and laser tripwires just to deliver the coal, and then just dip out of there.
So you are not my nemesis, Superman. He is.
Okay, so DC did a miniseries in 2024 called Batman Santa Claus Silent Night. Of course, night with a K.
Yeah.
And the summary that I'm looking at doesn't show all of the stuff, but yeah, there's a connection between Batman and Santa Claus in DC.
I am intrigued.
Let's see if I can.
Forget the Tibetan monks. Batman's like, I never want to train with Santa Claus again.
Again, like what specifically Batman trained
Let's see,
with Santa for? That's the more
So
fun
it-
question. I mean, he's pretty stealthy. If you go,
He taught him how to fly. He got him his pilot's license.
And now there's a sequel miniseries, Batman Silent Night Returns. And the solicitation for the first issue of that is horrors haunt the Christmas season as life-drained bodies litter the countryside, each marked with a strange symbol. The Justice League responds, but it's a trap. The heroes are pulled from our world, but not before Batman helps Robin escape. Now Damian Wayne must seek out Zatanna and the one and only Santa Claus if there's any hope of saving their friends and family. Santa comes to the aid of the DCU heroes in the crossover event sequel you wished for. And you must have been extra good because a wintry mix of DC's wildest characters arrive this time to face a powerful foe, the Silent Knight.
That sounds
I
amazing.
am so in.
I'm
Okay,
in.
now-
I need
I'm
to read
bought in.
these.
That
You know
sounds good.
You know what? I know South Park has. I know one of the South Park games had Santa fight those furry tree friend, whatever
Yeah.
people. We need Santa Claus fighting aliens.
Oh
Ah,
yeah.
here it is. Here it is. Santa trained Batman in infiltration.
that
You
makes
know
sense.
what? It was that or stealth because like
That's
you
when
know
Santa
the
was
things
like, I leave Cole and Darkseid stocking every Christmas. I can teach you a thing or two.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be fun. A a That's something else that you could do. You could do a team up adventure.
Yeah.
Regardless of your system. You know, Delta Green, Santa Claus isn't a cosmic horror, but Santa Claus is real, and the characters have to team up with him.
And Santa Claus has maxed out stealth.
I mean, hell, for that matter, you could do Red One, the movie, as less of a lighthearted Christmas action movie and do it as a dark horror that, Grilla is a dark horror and she's kidnapped
Yeah.
Santa Claus and wants to imprison everyone on the naughty list. I mean, you take out the wackiness from the movie, that's a Delta Green plot right there.
Yep.
All right.
That is a Delta Green plot, pure and simple.
Mhm.
Okay, more notes for next year.
So yes,
Instead of Red One, it's Green One.
yes.
Brilliant.
You can always holidays always give everyone a great idea. So whatever game system you're running,
It's the gift
always
that keeps on giving.
you can just think of anything. It could be a movie, a show, the actual holiday, a book, a magazine, a comic, doesn't matter. You can make it work, you can make it work.
A single line of a song can spark off an idea. A
Mhm.
single comment from a character in a movie. Uh, you know, existential horror. It's a Wonderful Life is existential horror.
Oh yeah, it is. It very much is. It's a you could easily twist the entire plot of that and be like, wow, this does really suck.
Yeah, there's just so much that you can do, and all in the name of just having some fun with your
Exactly.
friends around the
Which
holidays.
is what the holiday is all about.
And I know this is shorter than usual, but do we have any other elements that we wanted to toss out?
Let's
I think
see.
I got my ideas out into the open.
Yeah, can't think of anything else. No, I think I got everything I wanted to say.
Oh, a Marvel multiverse holiday thing. The 12 Days of Xmas. X dash
Mhm.
MAS.
Oh,
Okay.
that's pretty.
And
I'm
Okay.
surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't done that already. They've gone through every pun with the lyrics that I can imagine of.
yeah, who knows? Maybe they have at some point.
If they have, they
mean, they
clearly
did-
didn't make it funny enough.
I mean, back in the early 80s, they did a riff on Alien with Kitty stuck in the mansion over the holidays with an alien stalking
Ooh.
her.
Ooh, I know I forget this game system it's called, but you guys did at a con. You were like wizard familiars. I know because Nick always
Yes.
like I want the snake. So what if
Oh.
instead?
I said that very normally.
So what if you're all reindeer and have to help find Santa Claus or save Christmas?
Yeah.
That could work. That was Genesis using GM Chris's familiar setting. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Hey, Chris.
We need to borrow some.
Well, I mean, I've got the familiar setting. I have the download of it because it was available.
Yeah.
He made it available. So many ideas, and we're already almost through the Christmas season this year. Next year, we are setting aside December,
Where
my
Yes.
friends.
it's Christmas time.
Next season, we are setting aside December for a bunch of one shots that might be tied to the campaigns or might just be standalone one shots like Familiar. And
Yeah.
yeah. So I think we've covered all of our bases here.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All of this talk of the holiday spirit, I'm not really wanting to bully Nick.
No, I don't want to either. In fact, why don't we give him a compliment?
Nick, you are an amazing host and very patient in dealing with us invading your home nearly every weekend.
Yes, you are very hospitable, and may I say you decorate very well.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Much appreciated. And I hope
He's what
everyone listening to us is going to be enjoying the holiday spirits and care to share with us. Like, have you played in any role playing games, or do you have any ideas to contribute to our next year holiday game extravaganza?
Yes. Yes, if you can think of any crazy adventures or out of their adventures, feel free to post them. I can assure you nothing is too crazy for us.
no, nothing
Yeah.
is too crazy for us.
But
And
yes,
the the ways that you can reach out to us is you can check out our website at howwerollgaming.com. On the website, you'll find information about our current campaigns, the podcast archive, and most importantly, not just links to our merch store, but all of our social media. That website is howwerollgaming.com.
You can also directly support the show through Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/howwerollgaming and you'll see our different membership tiers starting at just $2 a month. A special recognition on our Discord server and higher tiers giving you on-air credit and discounts on our merch store because it's the giving season.
It is. And let me just put out another plug there through Christmas Day. Our holiday themed shirts, t-shirts and
Mm-hmm.
sweatshirts will be up. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I am
Yeah.
wearing our Santa Claus is coming to town roll for initiative shirt. It's super comfy and soft. And you can also get 15% off of your entire order through Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly.
finally, if you have any questions you'd like us to answer, topics you'd like us to cover, or even submit your own RPG glory story, shoot us an email at podcast@howwerollgaming.com.
Or shoot us those holiday session ideas that
Trust
you
me,
have or
we
the
are
spirits
open.
that you have.
We're
Yes,
open to
our
that.
email is open and we will gladly read some of those on the air. But until then, we will have one more episode before the holidays that drops on Christmas Eve. But if you don't listen
Perfect for
again
holiday
before
listening.
then, yes, then we hope that you have an amazing and wonderful holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
whatever holiday you celebrate, and hope that you have wonderful, good times with your loved ones. And if you have any games in there, may all of your dice rolls be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But until then, thank you once again for joining us. I am Daryl,
I'm Nick.
And I'm Robert.
and this is How We Roll.
Merry Christmas.